with Sebastian Loeb edging ever closer to an incredible 7th world title. Next on the championship calendar is something very different. For the samurais of the WRC, it's a trip to the Orient next for Rally Japan. Coming up in WRC Shakedown this week, we have an exclusive chat with Spanish legend Carlos Sainz about life after the WRC and the rumours surrounding Volkswagen's future involvement in the sport.
If a big manufacturer like Volkswagen is coming into World Rally Championship, it will be a big boost for this championship.
We get historic with the Slowly Sideways Club, who ensure that some of the classic cars of yesteryear are still seen in today's stages. And later in the show, we bring you a full preview to round 10 of the championship in the forests of northern Japan. So the season's final non-European event is a trip to the unique sights and sounds of Rally Japan. Still a fairly new event, the Land of the Rising Sun has only appeared in the WRC calendar since 2004. The sport's only visit to the Far East means a backdrop and culture at a complete contrast to rallying's European heartland. But Japan's love for the sport has always been evident from the enthusiastic and welcoming spectators. Based in Japan's northernmost island, Hokkaido, the rally moved from its traditional home in Obihiro to Sapporo, the nation's 5th largest city and Hokkaido's capital 2 years ago. The shift to Sapporo provided a dramatic base for the new look event, with the service park located in the shadow of the impressive Sapporo Dome, one of the venues for the 2002 Football World Cup, and an impressive indoor super special stage inside the arena. The change in location did little to alter the character of the competitive roads themselves. The 26 stages take place in dense woodland, punctuated by tricky bridges with an often slippery, muddy gravel surface. Looking back at the last 5 years, it was an emotional victory on home soil for Subaru and the then world champion Petter Solberg on the event's debut in the World Championship in 2004. A year later, Petter was on course to claim another Japan win until a heartbreaking retirement on the penultimate stage. Marcus Gronholm became the unexpected winner, while Sebastian Loeb scored enough points to claim his second driver's title. Loeb claimed his only Rally Japan win in 2006, breaking Carlos Sainz's record of total victories in the process. Although he was chased all the way by Gronholm, now driving for Ford, the Finn finished just 5.6 seconds behind. In 2007, Mikko Hirvonen claimed his first victory on Hokkaido's treacherous gravel roads. The event is remembered more for championship rivals Gronholm and Loeb both crashing out. First, the Finn terminally damaged his roll cage with this off, and then the following day, a rare pace note error from Daniel Elena saw Loeb off into the trees too. On the last visit to Japan 2 years ago, Hirvonen made it back-to-back wins on the first Sapporo-based event. Jari-Matti Latvala secured a Ford 1-2, and Loeb survived a late scare to claim his 5th world title, once again in Japan. Back to the present day, and the return to Rally Deutschland produced a familiar result but also provided plenty of talking points. Dani Sordo competed with new co-driver Diego Vallejo for the first time after parting with longtime co-pilot Mark Marti. It was a terrific start to the new partnership as they finished second.
At the beginning I was quite nervous, but then everybody supported me a lot in the team. Everybody is helping me a lot, even the other co-drivers and drivers. So very good, and I fun a lot.
Ken Block made his tarmac debut in a World Rally car and was on course for his first championship points until disaster struck on the final morning. Alternator failure ended his rally, but there were a number of positives to take away.
The more experience that I have, the further I can get confidence and develop my skills, and then have the in-car and make sure my notes are correct. So yeah, I missed out on a lot, and first time on tarmac, and actually was doing pretty well, and very happy about all that. But it's a hard thing to look at the positive side when I'm sitting here in service and everyone's out on the stages. And I would have really liked to have that finish and those points.
Mikko Hirvonen's miserable season saw yet more disappointment. Unable to catch the front runners, Mikko was running fifth until gearbox problems ended his run. His second non-score in succession. It marked the end of Hirvonen's chances in the Drivers' Championship.
I wasn't really thinking about that even before the rally. I think my chances were gone like 2 or 3 rallies ago already. So okay, mathematically it was still would have been possible, but you know, I wasn't thinking about it. It's been such a downhill season anyway that you know, that's how it is now.
The other factor in ending Mikko's title chances was the continued dominance of Sebastian Loeb in Germany. Seb's 59th victory saw him become the first driver to win 8 installments of a single event. Loeb has never been beaten in Germany, and the victory also means Citroën have now won as many rallies with the C4 as they did with the Zara. A man making a welcome return to the WRC in Germany was Carlos Sainz. Sainz left the sport in 2004 with 26 victories and 2 World Championships to his name, and the rallying legend was given the chance to drive the event's safety car on the first day of the rally, bringing back some fond memories of years past for rally fans and also for the man himself.
I think I will always miss WRC. It has been such an important part of my life, so intense past, so many years, so many stages, so many teams that rallying has been my life. You know, it's going to be always part of my life.
He certainly hasn't let retirement get the better of him, though. Always known as something of an all-round sportsman, Carlos has maintained his active lifestyle while also forging a new career for himself in Volkswagen's Dakar Rally program.
When I obviously retire, then I have the opportunity to join Volkswagen to help them to win the Dakar. It was a new challenge, completely different, completely new car, new environment, new type of race. But I have this strong now target, which was to participate in the car and to try to win it. We managed to win it, and that has been my past recently.
But despite his huge involvement with VW and Dakar, Sainz has kept a watchful eye on developments in the championship, which brought him so much success.
I think running has been in a difficult period, but even in a difficult period, always succeed to be there, to be an exciting sport. It's a very genuine sport. You know, it's you against the watch, and at the end of the day, it is a good show. And I hope the future, with more manufacturers improving the quality of the rallies. What I would like is, for sure, rallying not only surviving, also improving.
And could Volkswagen be one of those new manufacturers? The presence of the outfit at Rally Germany has further fueled the rumours about a future participation in the WRC.
If a big manufacturer like Volkswagen is coming into World Rally Championship, it will be a big boost for this championship. It is a big team, it is a strong team, very well organized, very well directed by Chris Nissen, and I think, you know, it will be really good if one day they decide to come into World Rally Championship.
And could there be a role for Carlos if there was a Volkswagen WRC team?
Well, of course not driving. I'm retired from WRC, but you know, I think I know a lot of this sport, and if they want me to help them, why not?
Carlos has always appreciated and respected the heritage of the WRC, and thanks to the members of the Slowly Sideways Club, some of these classic machines from yesteryear have been given a new lease of life on today's stages. This owners club, envisaged by longtime WRC photographer Reinhard Klein, were back in Germany to give modern fans a glimpse into the past.
It's about collecting rally cars from the past, so restoring them to original condition like they were used to be in the past, and drive them on stages which are made for these rally cars.
The whole idea was really Reinhard Klein's idea, and basically he figured out that there's a lot of old works rally cars that people can't do anything with them. They sit in garages and people don't want to use them for track days or anything, and there was no event. So basically he realised there was an opening, and with some careful talking to organisers convinced them that we could run these cars on fairly special events.
Makes a lot of fun to go with the really rally cars in the World Rally Championship, have the same stages like them.
Most of the cars are running as they were in period, generally driven by the people that own them, so they're reasonably careful with them, but they're still quick cars, and ultimately they were the best cars of their day, so they are still quite spectacular to see.
These historic machines have been given a second lease of life, such as Juha Kankkanen's 91 Lancia Delta, seen here 19 years later.
The stars are the rare ones, which you don't really get to see. Like the Lancia Stratos, we have two of them here, which is very expensive cars today. There are unique cars among the group where there only one exists as a rally car, like Toyota Corolla from the 70s, driven by Ove Andersen on the WRC rally, a Wartburg from the 60s.
We found this car in 2005 in Africa. It was in 1973. In the first year it is with Björn Waldegard and Torzelius. He was the co-driver. And in the second year is going with Edgar Hermann and Hans Scholler. And this car made the third place on the 1000 Lake Rally in Finland.
It was a genuine works car. It was built, its first event was 78 Tour de Course that ended the RAC rally in 78 and a few other events, and probably its most famous result was 1979 Mintex rally, which was actually on snow, and Per Eklund finished second overall. So yes, it's got a load of history in its day, and it's quite nice to carry on using it now.
With the classic Mini Mark returning to the sport and Saab also considering a comeback, top-level rallying is returning to its roots in a way the slowly sideways enthusiasts would certainly appreciate. Welcome back. Japan, a land of contrasts, of great natural beauty and modern electronic brilliance. Back to 2007 now, and an event that marked Jari-Matti Latvala's 50th WRC round. Then driving for Stobart Ford, it was the Finn who took the early advantage over the morning stages. Marcus Gronholm did return some sense of normality by taking the lead on stage 3, but then it all went wrong for the championship leader. The impact from hitting a tree stump damaged the roll cage so badly that he was excluded from continuing for safety reasons.
How upset are you?
Just now a little bit, yes. But how much? I don't know. A lot, in fact. Yeah.
The door was now open for championship rival Loeb, but it was teammate Mikko Hirvonen who stormed into the lead. It was second by the end of the first leg, but on day 2, the unthinkable happened. The Frenchman entering this corner 30 kilometers an hour faster than he should have. His 8-point gift from Gronholm dissolving in one small error by Daniel Elena.
What happened?
Ask the co-driver. Mistake in the notes, so okay, it happens. First time in 10 years that he makes a mistake. Maybe not the best time to do it, but it's like this.
For local favourite Subaru, the rally had been a nightmare. Firstly, due to handling problems, there was this from Petter Solberg. Then this from Chris Atkinson. And finally with this, Chevy Ponce made it a clean sweep of retirements. After all that carnage, it left a few surprises in the top 5. Matthew Wilson successfully battled with Luis Perez Compag to take his highest ever WRC result in 4th. Whilst Henning Solberg was as surprised as anyone to find himself in 3rd on his Japanese debut. The gap between Dani Sordo and Hirvonen proved too big, and the Spaniard settled early on day 3 for second, leaving Mikko Hirvonen to take the top prize. It was the first of 2 Japan wins for Mikko, and with his 2010 championship hopes over and the pressure off, he could well make it a hat-trick this year. Marcus Gronholm came close to a 3rd driver's title in 2007. It was, though, to be the Finn's final full season, but after revealing he's in talks for a sensational return with Mini, time now to look back at one of the most successful partnerships in the sport. For all 144 rallies, 30 victories and 2 World Championships, alongside Marcus was co-driver Timo Rautiainen. Their first outing in a WRC together was in New Zealand 1995, but it was a tricky ride to success for the Finnish pair. It took over 3 years of private entries with 3 years of mixed results. When they retired from the sport 2 years ago, Timo explained why being a successful world-class co-driver felt so good.
It's like a closed world, and getting close to the stage that you can feel the tension to rise, and putting the helmets on, and then the real action starts. I think it's that the feeling that you are going to do something special now, and the action, that's what I'm going to miss.
They may not need to miss it much longer. Gronholm's possible return is again in the headlines, with the Finn testing the Mini Countryman in September, and there are rumours that former JWRC race winner and Citroën test driver Chris Meek may have signed with the team already. The Countryman's World Rally car conversion is making good progress. Meanwhile, ProDrive's David Lapworth was in Germany to update us.
We're at the stage now where the car is virtually complete. The design process is finished for the moment. Obviously, we've got testing and development. There are bound to be changes, but the car, as we intended it, is waiting within the next few days for the engine to arrive from Germany, and then we're ready to run and start to learn about the car itself.
Volkswagen's presence in the Germany service park was another welcome indication of the manufacturer's interest in the WRC, with their Dakar drivers Carlos Sainz and Nasser Al-Attiyah driving the Zero car, and the team launching their new Touareg Dakar machine in Trier. Motorsport boss Chris Nissen was making no secret of his admiration for the direction the WRC is taking.
To all the rumors about Volkswagen and the World Rally Car, I can only say, since more than 1 year, we are really looking into this. We think it's very interesting, and I and Volkswagen have never made a secret out of it. And the fact is, we're very, very happy to see Mini. Now there will be 3 manufacturers. We are very happy with the cooperation with Jean Todt, with FIA. In the history of motorsport, we always have had cars on the track, and these are especially Formula 1 cars. We have Le Mans cars, which is also a historic race, and then we have the rally. So I really think that Rally World Championship is one of the most interesting sports in motorsport you can have.
Development for Citroën's 2011 World Rally car is making good progress, and the R3 version of the new DS3 made its competitive debut at the Ulster Rally recently. Brian Bouthier claimed 2-wheel drive and Group R victory on the specialised Irish roads. In driver news, despite another frustrating retirement in Germany, Ken Block has confirmed he'll contest a full season next year after making steady progress with his pace in his first 4 outings. After his fine second-place finish at Rally Deutschland, meanwhile, Citroën have confirmed that Dani Sordo has been offered a full season with their junior team for next year. However, with Ford also looking to strengthen their lineup, the Spaniard has been in talks with the Blue Oval about a possible switch. And finally, touring car race, Yvan Muller will make his WRC debut on October's Rally de France, driving a Citroën Zara run by Peter Solberg's World Rally team. The 2008 World Touring Car champion, like Sebastian Loeb, was born in Alsace, where the rally is based. For the last 6 years, Rally Japan has provided a tough challenge in the forests of Hokkaido, but it's the colourful welcome and unique atmosphere that really set this event apart.
It's very special. There's normally you see a lot of Japanese people in the city of Sapporo, in the ceremonial start and the service park and the street. The way the Japanese are very excited. It's something very special.
I like to go there. It's completely different than in Europe. You discover a new country, the people are different.
You get fans dressed up at the side of the road as cows and sheep and waving, and it's just a really different place to go and totally different culture.
The fans create the atmosphere, but it's the narrow forest roads that will provide the arena for the penultimate gravel round of the season.
For me, it's some stages are quite close to Finland. I mean, there's not any crests or anything like that. Very fast flowing stages, and but the surface it's softer than basically any other gravel rally, so they do cut up quite badly. But really nice kind of flow on those stages.
It's sometimes soft, so you have some big ruts, and this condition, you cannot use your own line. You have to follow the line of the other drivers.
Their roads remind from Wales Rally GB quite a lot, but their surface is smoother and softer. But the forest is similar, very fast sections between the trees.
The move to Sapporo, Japan's 5th largest city 2 years ago, has not only improved the stages, it's also provided a spectacular base for the new look event.
I think the stages were a little bit nicer, and obviously to have the dome and everything there and the service there was good. So yeah, I think overall it was probably a good move.
Here to give us a bit more insight into the stages around Sapporo is 2004 Japan winner Peter Solberg.
Well, I remember the stage very well from Japan, and it was a very hard winter there, and it got very hard base with a lot of loose on the top. But the stages are fantastic. You can really attack into the corner. You can lean on the sides a little bit, and you can push very hard into the corners. This is a rally that I like a lot, and it's a rally we will be very fast on. But it would have been nice to win it again. This place I remember very well, you know. Very wide, and here we're coming into a little bit bigger area now, out on the exit of this corner here. Yeah, there.
Line into 6 right, extra long, tightens narrow. 3 plus tightens, to 2 left minus. Tightens.
And this place in Rally Japan, because the surface is very different compared with many rallies, and if it's rain here, it's got very muddy and I mean really slippy. And since we can't cut the tires, it's really tricky. So, well, here you have to keep your tongue inside the mouth and absolutely just nail it between the trees, because it's so close, you know. But it's really enjoyable to look at.
Solberg hoping for another Japanese win, but with Loeb hunting for his 7th title, this will be another hard-fought event. You can follow their progress on WRC.com and join us next time for the build-up to the new look Rally de France.